Welcome back to Rockingham, where the title is about to be decided in the K-Tech Racing Clio 182 Championship. James Bark in pole position, Patrick Fletcher alongside him. They're gunning for the championship, and it's a good start by James Bark from pole position. He takes the lead on the run down into turn one. Pat Fletcher in the silver car with the red stripe slots into second place. Mark Balmer is third, and Nick Garner in the blue car is fourth. We're with him as they ride up towards the Dean hairpin for the first time. The three silver cars ahead of us. Mark Balmer is going to have a look to the inside here. He's trying to take Pat Fletcher for second place. Fletcher won't like that because he is fighting James Bark for the championship. He knows he needs to defeat him here. They're all round Dean hairpin for the first time. Okay, Fletcher on the inside. Barges Balmer out wide. It's close in the pack. It's going to be 3 wide. 25 of Simon Donoghue on the inside there of Matt Charlton, and the 78 of Richard Thurbin. They were 3 abreast coming out of Yentwood for the first time. We scatter their way through Piff Paff. It's James Bark who's got the lead. Quite a substantial lead too over Pat Fletcher. If he stays out in front, he will be champion for the second year running. Somebody has ploughed off coming through Piff Paff there. I think that might be the 78 of Richard Thurbin. No, it was the 92, sorry, of Nick Passmore, and he's got to pass more cars if he's going to get a decent result here after that off at Piff Paff. So it's James Bark leading, Patrick Fletcher second, all to play for in the championship in this race. Balmer is third, then it's Garner. Phil Wright is fifth. Don de Graaf in 15 is in sixth place, and then we've got the number 24 car, the number 34 car I should say, of Scott Sharp. So James Bark is in a championship winning position as it stands at the moment. 3 wide into the Brook S's. I don't think that's going to work. 66 of Ross Borman at the front of that group, ahead of 74 of Gary Bayton. 25 of Simon Donoghue, 6th in race 1, but quite well down in this one, so maybe he's struggling. Runs wide there, coming out of Brook onto the oval. Board here with Nick Garner once again in the 42 car. He's in 4th place, chasing the 3 silver machines ahead of us, coming down into the left-hander at Dean hairpin. Still James Bark needs to stay in front. If he wins the championship. 15 de Graaf being chased by 35 of Aaron Sharp. Board now with Nick Garner, trying to get past Balmer ahead of us in the number 35. Number 53 rather. So many silver cars out there, easy to get confused. It's close between the top 4 as they head through Piff Paff. James Bark trying to get away and win this championship. Looking to retain his championship. He finished on a tie-break, don't forget, with Patrick Fletcher last year. Bark taking the title by virtue of scoring more race victories last year. Mark Balmer still there in third, attacking Patrick Fletcher for second place. Fletcher can get past James Bark, win this race, he will win the championship. It's that close between the two of them. Garner still 4th, Phil Wright 5th, Don de Graaf is 6th in number 15. There goes Martin Ward in the white number 10 car, a busy little battle behind him. We've got Richard Thurbin in the 78, chasing down the number 30 of Robert Armitage. Number 7 in there as well, that's James Sundler. 27 as well is Matt Charlton, he's under fire from the number 25 of Donoghue, trying to move up the order in this one. Grid for this race determined by the second fastest qualifying time, second fastest qualifying lap for each car, so it is entirely possible that that car didn't get a second flying lap in. The team's cheering on from above the pit garages here. They know there's a championship at stake. Is it going to be Bark or is it going to be Fletcher? Well, Bark starting to pull away at the front of the field in this one. Third place is now Garner, has got ahead of Mark Balmer for third. He's finally got his man and going after Fletcher in turn now. Phil Wright still there in 5th. These 5 breaking away, the same 5 as in race 1. 6th behind them this time though is Don de Graaf, as Phil Wright runs a bit wide onto the grass exiting Yentwood there. The number 94 car, it's William Gayton, battling at the back of the field with 74 of Gary Bayton, rhyming names, close together on the track. Here come your leaders then, and Patrick Fletcher closing up as they go into Dean hairpin. Garner in behind them as well, pushing him on. James Bark's lead could soon be coming under threat from his title rival, Patrick Fletcher, down towards Yentwood once again. They're in first and second places. Whoever finishes ahead takes the championship, don't forget. Another phenomenally close battle between these two Clio races, just as we saw in 2015. Oh, somebody in trouble there. The number 25, that is Simon Donoghue. He's blown the engine. Out of the race goes Donoghue. Clouds of smoke, his engine has let go, and that's the end of his weekend. And meantime, look, Fletcher's got past James Bark. Fletcher's ahead as they head across the start-finish line. So Patrick Fletcher has done it. He's ahead of James Bark. Garner now in third, and as it stands, Fletcher is leading the championship. Can he hang on in front? He's got quite a substantial lead over James Bark as well. Mark Balmer keeping a watching brief in fourth. The yellow flag is out because there is Donoghue's car on the inside of Dean Hairpin. I was trying to work out where that was. He has pulled up in a cloud of smoke. Yellow flag is out there. Patrick Fletcher then with the lead. Bark's coming under fire now from 42 of Nick Garner for second place briefly there as well. Is he seeing his championship slip away to his great rival Pat Fletcher? Through Piff Paff they come towards the left-hander at Kirby. Patrick Fletcher out front. Bark pushing hard. You can see the car bouncing on its suspension again there. And it's Garner and Balmer. Phil Wright has dropped away. Looks like he's pulled up. We just caught a glimpse of his car in the background there. Phil Wright has retired from fifth place. Through Gracelands come the leaders. There is Pat Fletcher coming into Tarzan. Is he heading for the championship? James Bark had got fastest lap in race one as well as winning. He would have taken the championship, and he didn't get the additional point in that one. He needs to get back ahead of Pat Fletcher here. Got to finish ahead of his title rival. In the closing stages of this K-Tech Racing Clio 182 Championship event, coming up towards the checkered flag this time. It's going to be a win for Pat Fletcher. Fletcher wins it, and he wins the championship. Bark second, Garner third, Balmer fourth, and Patrick Fletcher is the champion. Well, what an incredible season the K-Tech Racing Clio 182s have had. The result of that one, Patrick Fletcher taking the win by less than a second ahead of James Bark. Nick Garner in third ahead of Balmer, then De Graaf, Aaron Sharp, Martin Ward, Furbin Armitage and Matthew Charlton completing the top 10. Congratulations, Patrick Fletcher, snatching the title from James Bark in the very last race of the season.
Pat Fletcher, you are the K-Tech Clio 182 champion for 2016. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. It feels nice to give something back to the team behind me who's helped my car and sorted out my car all year to make it so quick. Every race I felt like I could have won it, or in competition to win it anyway. So yeah, thanks to everyone who helped me with my car. It's a bit of a payback, I think.
What a race that was though, because at one point it looked like you were kind of down and out, trying to catch up with Barky and all the rest of them, but then it just came good towards the end. Yeah,
Barky got a stellar start again, got a few attempts off the line again, and then I started chipping away a couple of attempts. And then Mark overtook me and getting into hairpin, and I lost a bit of time there. Then I started chipping away at Barky again, and I think his tyre sort of slipped away at the end because I didn't think I was ever going to catch him. And then all of a sudden I got in his toe, and I saw the opportunity into Tarzan, and I took it while I could.
So that's that done now. The championship wrapped up. Plenty of celebrating, I guess, tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot of weight off our shoulders finally. So yeah, going to have a drink or two. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Pat, it's been a great year, well deserved, and many congratulations.
Cheers, it's been good. Hopefully it's been entertaining for everyone else watching.
Certainly has, well done.
Thank you, cheers.
James Bark coming home in second place. I know it's not the result you wanted. How do you feel after that?
I'm gutted. I hate losing, but no, it was always on the cards. Realistically, starting Silverstone, it always looked like we was going to come second. We did our best. I should have won that. It was in my hands to win that. I got a gap. I just wasn't quick enough, so it was my fault. How it goes really. Patch fully deserves it. To be fair, he's been quicker than me all season. Really, if you look at fastest laps, I've only had one all year, so he was always really going to win when you look at it like that. But yeah, we'll try again next year. So there's not a lot in it. I think it would have ended up just being 4 points in it, depending on who got fastest lap, I don't know. But no, we gave it a good go. We was 2 laps from winning it. So, and to be fair, I'd got a gap. I'd caught him back up. No last lap board. I was hoping that we'd have another lap because, I could have had a go. But now it goes. It's racing, isn't it?
Congratulations to Patrick Fletcher then. More great racing coming up after this short break. Welcome back to Rockingham. It's time for the second race of the day for the Royal Purple Hot Hatches and the Demon Tweaks Yokohama Stock Hatch Championship. The Hot Hatches go off first. There's a great start by Andrew Chang in his white BMW. From the outside the front row, but earlier winner Will Ashmore will lead around turn one in his Honda Civic, and through into second place comes Tom Bell in his borrowed Ford Fiesta. Engine problems putting him out of the first race, but he's attacking up the inside into Dean Hairpin, and Tom Bell, the former Stock Hatch champion, takes the lead away from Will Ashmore. Meantime, the Stock Hatches are underway, and it looks like it is Phil Law in number 50 who has got the lead into Dean for the first time. Indeed it is. Paul Jarvis in second place, Ryan Polly battling with Rob Fagg. They are having a great fight all the way through the first race for third in class, and Fagg has just got his nose in front there, heading into the right-hander at Yentwood for the first time. Number 70 William Hunt up behind them. We're on board with Paul Jarvis, looking to take the points lead away from Ryan Polly here this weekend, chasing Phil Law in the Lucas Oil sponsored number 50 car. The man from Swindon leads the class through Piff-Paff for the first time. Two races in one here. Hot Hatches leading overall, and then we've got the Saxos of the Stock Hatches further back. The overall leader is Tom Bell in his borrowed Leon Shepherd Ford Fiesta after his own gave trouble, and that car gave trouble in race one. He retired while leading. Ashmore in second, Alistair Camp is in third, and then we've got a couple of the BMWs. Andrew Chang in fourth place. Adam Reed is behind him in number 67. Phil Law leads Paul Jarvis, then Rob Fagg in third. Then we've got Ryan Polly and William Hunt in number 70 in I think one of the ex-junior saloon car Saxos there, quite possibly in fifth position. Back on board with Paul Jarvis, the car number 4, man from Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire, chasing Phil Law as they go through the Brook S's, trying to close up. They're closing up on one of the Hot Hatches already. It's one of the BMWs. I think that might be Mark Chang in the number 88 car that they're catching. We saw him mixing it with the Stock Hatches in race one. Up through turn one they come. Two Saxos chasing the BMW. Here's number 77 Kelly Williams. There is number 67 Adam Reed in his BMW, the Skegness tyre and exhaust sponsored machine. Let's see a few of the compact BMWs out in this race. There's the fight for the lead in the Demon Tweaks Yokohama Stock Hatch category. Phil Law under pressure from Paul Jarvis, catching one of the BMWs there. Jarvis has a look to the inside, coming up towards Chapman Curve. Is he going to get through there? He's got the inside line away, and yes, he's going through. Paul Jarvis takes the lead of the class, or does he? Or does he? No, Phil Law back around the outside through the second element of Piff-Paff. We don't see that done too often. They're coming up on one of the BMWs as well in the Hot Hatch class. They're side by side. The BMW perhaps sensibly gets out of the way as Jarvis retakes the lead of the class, and Ryan Polly's come through into third as well. Fantastic stuff among the Stock Hatch brigade in this second race of the day. Oh, superb. Polly up to third in class, but it's Paul Jarvis who's got the lead. Frantic there, side by side through Piff-Paff. That doesn't often work. It certainly worked there though. And the BMW of, I think that's Dan Collett, 107 there, who didn't know where to go with all this swarm of Saxos around him. Here comes Ryan Polly now. You can see his championship rival ahead of him, Paul Jarvis leading the race. Rob Fagg in fourth position in 28. We're with him, the yellow car, attacking Ryan Polly. These two were inches apart all the way through race one, and trying to go through there. That's William Hunt in number 70 trying to barge his way up the inside, coming through Brook, and he's done it. Pays the price of another wing mirror and possibly a door panel as the Bulova sponsored Saxo goes through into fourth in class. Paul Jarvis still leads Phil Law, who's got his headlights on. Ryan Polly further back in third. In the Chase Car Spare sponsored, among others, Citroen Saxo, the grandson of George Polly, one of the greatest short oval hot rod racers of all time. Polly locks up there, trying to attack Phil Law for second place, nearly clips the back of him through Dean Hairpin. Hunt is fourth, Fagg fifth. Five of them together. It's a bit like the Clios, this, isn't it? Paul Jarvis defending from Phil Law as they go into Yentwood. Here comes Ryan Polly. He sees the gap on the inside of Law there, and he's going through into second place at Chapman. Ryan Polly up into second. Now he'll go after his championship rival, Paul Jarvis. Rob Fagg is third in the points. William Hunt again taking some risk here. He leans the 50 car of Phil Law off at Piff Paff there, and Law is down to fifth. He was leading the class a lap ago. Rob Fagg now attacking William Hunt. That's how quickly it can happen in 750 Motor Club stock hatch. On board again with Rob Fagg. Meantime, still out in front, Tom Bell and Ashmore. Phil Law back up the inside of Rob Fagg, retakes the place. I think Law was waved through there, quite possibly. And still leading, it's Paul Jarvis in the earlier shape Saxo with the square headlights, ahead of Ryan Polly. Bounces his way through Tarzan. William Hunt still in third place, and I think Phil Law has got revenge on his mind after he was taken onto the grass at Piff Paff. Rob Fagg has got a grandstand view of it, but with him as they head up into the Brook S's. Through the left, the right, the left again, and onto the oval. At turn 4 of the 1.5 mile oval circuit here at Rockingham. Rob Fagg back in 5th position. Phil Law chasing William Hunt for 3rd in class. Paul Jarvis leads from Ryan Polly. Of course, they're quite a way down the order overall in this race as Law up the inside of the 70 car of Hunt. He's going through, back up into 3rd place in class. 3rd of the stock hatches now. Now he'll go after Ryan Polly, who's again late on the brakes for Dean Hairpin. We saw the tyre smoke there as he chases after Paul Jarvis at the front of the field. They're not catching the hot hatch cars as quickly in this one. That's because they're so busy battling with each other. William Hunt onto the curb there, exiting Yentwood. He's pushing hard. Had a quiet run in race 1. Still leading the race overall is Tom Bell. He's clear of Will Ashmore, who we're on board with in 2nd place in the Honda Civic. Made a great start. But I don't think he's going to complete the double here because Tom Bell is quite a way clear up front. See him go through the Brook S's there in the Ford Fiesta, borrowed from Leon Shepherd. Tom Bell, former Saxo racer, former stock hatch champion. There he goes across the start-finish line. Went out in a cloud of smoke while leading race 1. And now Ashmore coming under pressure from Alistair Camp in the ex-Shane Deegan Ford Fiesta. Shane Deegan, this year's Mini Miglia champion. Shane, another former stock hatch champion. Alistair Camp going for the inside here of Will Ashmore in the Civic, and he's going through. And Dean Hairpin up into 2nd position. Now, can he go after fellow Fiesta pilot Tom Bell at the front? Alistair Camp, on his conversion from oval to circuit, was one of the first drivers to enter the revived Hot Hatch series. Hopefully that will have championship status back soon with the newer cars involved. Back to the battle in Demon Tweaks Yokohama stock hatch. Still Paul Jarvis from Ryan Polly. Phil Law is up into 3rd place. Then it is William Hunt and then Rob Fagg in the yellow number 28 car. 3rd in the points coming into this round. Ryan Polly again locking up a rear wheel there as he chases Paul Jarvis down. Through Dean Hairpin they come, but out front it is Tom Bell in 46. He's well clear of Alistair Camp, who's now 2nd. Up into Tarzan they come. Is Ashmore going to take 2nd place back from the Fiesta? He's trying, he's less than a car length behind as they went into Tarzan there. He's closing up on the Fiesta. Is the Honda going to prevent a Ford 1-2? On board with Ashmore with the Dayglow yellow racing gloves. Out through the gears into the Brook S's. Up onto the oval section once again in the start-finish line. I don't think they're going to catch Tom Bell here in his Ford Fiesta. He's going to make up for the disappointment of race number 1. First 3 way ahead of the rest now. Main focus being the battle in stock hatch in this 2nd race of the day. A quieter run for the hot hatches. We are on the last lap of the race now. Down into Dean Hairpin comes Alistair Camp. He's got clear of the Civic of Will Ashmore by a few car lengths now. They're not going to catch Tom Bell though. Main question is who's going to win in stock hatch. Paul Jarvis was leading the class at last count. Here they come. They're catching the hot hatch runners now. Jarvis still ahead of Polly. 67 of Adam Reed in his BMW. Ahead of them, Mark Chang in there as well. Here comes Polly looking for an opportunity. They're bottled up behind the hot hatches here. Will Ashmore coming up to lap one of the slower stock hatches, who moves out of his way into pith path and goes through. Will Ashmore chasing Tom Bell and Alistair Camp. I don't think he's going to catch the two Ford pilots. Alistair Camp has pulled away now in the silver Fiesta. Here's the battle in stock hatch, and Ryan Polly trying to go round the outside as they come through to take the last lap board. Phil Law's up there as well. Polly takes the lead. Has Paul Jarvis got a problem there, I wonder? He's suddenly dropped from first to third. Meantime, here is Tom Bell. It looks like we may have lost Alistair Camp. He's dropped out, quite possibly in the Fiesta, because Will Ashmore is back into second place, but Polly leads the stock hatch division into Dean Hairpin for the last time. Paul Jarvis has dropped back into third place. He seemed to be very slow on the exit of the Brook S's last time through. As the checkered flag goes out, Tom Bell makes up for his earlier disappointment with the win. Will Ashmore in second, Alistair Camp dropping back into third place in the closing stages there. I thought he dropped out of the race, but he dropped away into third position. Meanwhile, in stock hatch, Ryan Polly ahead of Phil Law, coming up on Mark Chang in his BMW Compact. Well, Ryan Polly third in class in race one. Paul Jarvis having dropped back into third this time. It's going to be still very, very close heading into the final rounds of the championship. Young Ryan Polly, the former mini stocks racer, made a seamless transition to circuit racing. A very talented young driver, and he is coming in to win the Yokohama Demon Tweaks Stock Hatch Championship category. In just behind the BMW there as he crosses the line. Phil Law comes over in second in class. Paul Jarvis third. He lost out at the end of the penultimate lap. Great drive by Ryan Polly. Great drive by Tom Bell as well, taking the overall win and the Royal Purple Hot Hatch Series victory. So we'll confirm the result of that race then. Tom Bell taking the win by 5 seconds ahead of Will Ashmore. Alistair Camp dropping back late on into third. Well behind was Matthew Howarth in fourth ahead of David Allen and Andrew Chang, with Hot Hatches filling the first 10 places this time. The stock hatches were next through. Meanwhile, in 12th place, Ryan Polly taking their class win ahead of Phil Law, Paul Jarvis, Rob Fagg and William Hunt dropping back into 5th place in the end. So well done indeed to Ryan Polly, and well done indeed to Tom Bell.
Tom Bell coming home as winner in that hot hatch race in a different car, but you got to the finish this time.
Yeah, we had a slight issue in the first race with the brake caliper, but we got it fixed, ready for the second race, and yeah, good result. First place in Leon's car, that's Class B, so yeah, good to take overall victory in it.
It's great to see the numbers growing as well in hot hatch, so it gives you a little bit more competition.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, at Cadwell last time we had 30 cars with the stock hatch. I mean, it's good. It's increasing all the time. It's got championship status next year, so I'm really looking forward to the championship next year.
And you carry on doing what you do, just winning really.
I hope so. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to the bottom of our gearbox problems with the Class A cars, and hopefully we'll get them back on the pace from next year as well.
So that wraps up the action from here at Rockingham. An excellent day's racing, to say the least. More action to come towards the end of the season from the 750 Motor Club, but it's goodbye for now.